Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with another guide for Final Fantasy XVI. This time I'm going to show you how to take down the notorious hunt, the Grimalkin. The Grimalkin is located within the desert area. The easiest way to get here is warp to the jaw, go north, and then take the east path, and then follow that southeast. At the time of this recording, I have not yet finished the game. I was not sent here on a main story quest. I came to this area looking for this mark, so I'm not sure if a main story quest will eventually direct you into this area. But in my experience, I had to go really searching for this mark before I found it. Alright, so this mark is pretty interesting in that you don't actually fight it for a while. You're going to have to deal with 4 waves of ads. So these wild knack, none of them are really attacking me. I am easily bullying them, and then Jill and Torgal are sort of taking care of them as well. They very rarely overwhelm you. They typically just wait their turn, although you're going to see here in a moment I'm going to get attacked by 2 of them, but for the most part they just wait. They don't really bother you that much. You'll notice a combo I'm using is 4 physical attacks, so I just press square 4 times, and then I do a lunge, which is square and X at the same time, and then if I hit square again, I'll get what I would call an execution. So after that point, you sort of keep pushing them away, and then they really can't recover. And you can just keep them locked in this cycle over and over, and then as long as you don't get interrupted by a random one, kind of like I am here, you're getting a tiny bit more aggressive, but as long as you don't get interrupted, you are pretty much invincible during the execution, or the punish, I should say, as it's technically called. You're kind of invincible there, so you can really rely on this combo throughout the entire game, especially if you're dealing with big waves of enemies. If you're able to push 1 or 2 of them into a corner, you can keep them locked in this loop over and over. It's a really effective way to deal with waves of enemies. All right, so we are defeating the final wild knack here. And then once that goes down, the Grimalkin gets angry that we killed its friends, and then it will finally come down. So this really beefy Tony the Tiger, Red 13, Tiny Tiger looking thing comes out, and then we got to deal with it. And this is the actual Grimalkin here. So this attack here, it will scratch the ground twice, lift up its hind legs, and then begin twirling. You shouldn't dodge that until it begins twirling and its hind legs are fully in the air and fully coming towards you. So it scratches twice, kicks up, and then moves. So it's like a 3-phase attack. You don't want to dodge until that third and final phase. Savage is a pretty devastating attack. My advice for this attack is to just get away from it, because even if you precision dodge the first one, unless the enemy is basically at 51% stun, you're not going to interrupt it just from 1 hit out of a precision dodge. So you're better off just running from it while trying to keep the camera on the enemy. This way you're able to, just continue to negotiate it with it. And that's kind of it. So once you get it down fully, go ahead and launch everything you have. Use all of your magic, use your limit break, and then keep summoning in Torgal using Sick. Even though Torgal doesn't do a ton of damage, it does help, especially when you are still using your own limit break, but the boss is no longer stunned. Torgal's damage will help deplete that stagger or that will meter, and it will help you out a good deal. So just a little tip, you can take that throughout the rest of the game. At this point, the boss is just going to do the same things it was doing before. It does not get new attacks while its health is low. I find that it got a bit more aggressive, but nothing new came out. It just seemed to use Savage a bit more often than it was previously, but that could have just been random, which could have been my experience. So it has the regular physical claw swipes, nothing to worry about. It can kick up its hind legs, swing those towards you. That's the most telegraphed attack out of any of them, but all of its attacks are fairly slow and fairly easy to react to. We already have a 50% stun on the boss. Like I said, Torgal really helps build that up early on when you're coming out of a limit break. Savage here, I just sort of ate the whole thing because I wasn't ready for it. I did not see it on the screen that it was coming. So now I'm just sort of trying to regroup and get my bearings again, but we're doing okay. So we have 1 swipe, typically follows it up with another swipe, or the hind leg swirl attack, and then of course you can use Rook's Gambit against that, get a ton of will damage, fully deplete the bar, and then just use some strong magic, and the Notorious mark should go down. And that's it. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Final Fantasy 16, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the join button below this video. You can also leave a super thanks by clicking the heart icon below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. The links for those are in the description below. As always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.